Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into the channel Joe Rocks. Hope you all are doing well. I'm here with an unboxing of a CD box set. This is from Metal Church, and it's the new box set that was recently released of 5 of their albums from 1999 to 2013. So it's called Reforged. There's also a vinyl edition of this as well. But I just got the CDs, and it includes Masterpiece, The Weight of the World, A Light in the Dark, This Present Wasteland, and Generation Nothing. So I am a fan of these albums. Of course, like a lot of fans, I'm more a fan of the earlier stuff from the 80s and early 90s. But I do enjoy these albums also. So, my history with them, first album I ever heard from them was actually Blessing in Disguise. Their debut, the self-titled Metal Church, is one of my favorite debut albums, one of my favorite debut metal albums of all time. It's probably in my top 5. And this is a band that has been thrown in, kind of lumped in with thrash bands. And in the early days, I guess I understand, although they're not, I wouldn't say they're super thrashy now, but they do have still some thrash elements. But I enjoy these albums, these later albums, even the ones that came after this. So let me dive into this. It doesn't look like there's a booklet in here. I took the plastic off already, but maybe there's liner notes. I don't know. We'll see. All right. First up is Masterpiece, and this does have new artwork, by the way. So Masterpiece. This is the one where they got back together. This came out in '99. Because they had broken up after '93's Hanging in the Balance, which is like one of the worst album covers in history. So, and actually this is the album they got back together with their original vocalist David Wayne, who sadly passed away in 2005, 20 years ago. So this is just lyrics and stuff. Also, this included this album anyway, John Marshall. Kurt Vanderhoof, who is the founder of Metal Church. He's a guitarist. He had left after their second album, The Dark, in 1986. And John Marshall is someone who came in as a guitar player and was part of the band for a while. So he was part of this instead of original guitarist Craig Wells. So The Weight of the World. This is the first album to feature Jay Reynolds, who was a guitar player from the heavy metal band Malice in the 80s. And he also joined he almost joined the Megadeth when they were making the So Far So Good So What album. So, but he got I don't know if he joined them, and for some reason Dave didn't want him. He started to join. He joined, but then Dave kicked him out, and that's when they got Jeff Young. So, anyway, he was on with Metal Church for a couple albums here. This one. So this was just lyrics. So I think the new artwork is pretty cool. A Light in the Dark. So essentially it's just like lyrics and stuff. I don't see any liner notes really. This is the last album that Jay Reynolds was on. Yeah, just lyrics. So very cool. They did a remake of Watch the Children Pray, which was on this album, which was on their second one, The Dark. So alright, This Present Wasteland. I really like this. I always like this cover a lot, and I think this new artwork is pretty cool too. So to see with the glare. I'm trying not to get any glare there. Now, this is the first album with new guitarist Rick Van Zandt. So. Alright. Okay, put that aside, and then Generation Nothing is the last one. So I think there's some really, really remarkable songs on these albums. Like I said, I can understand why people gravitate towards the early stuff. I mean, that's their classic period. So alright, just lyrics. Alright. So that's it. Nothing that's like super over the top. I mean, with new artwork though. But no pictures of the band or anything at the time. So this is when they had vocalists for these albums, except for Masterpeace. They had vocalist Ronnie Monroe, by the way, who I didn't mention. And then after Generation Nothing, he left, and I think Kurt Vanderhoof had considered ending the band, but he contacted Mike Howe, who was their second singer and who a lot of people love as their vocalist after David Wayne. And I read that he wasn't really going to continue at Metal Church unless Mike rejoined, and Mike rejoined after, I guess, Kurt had sent him some things he was working on, and Mike really liked it, and they reformed. They joined back together, and with bassist Steve Unger, who was part of a lot of these albums here, Rick Van Zandt, and I can't remember the drummer. Right now their new drummer is Stet Holland, who I believe was in Wasp for a while. And I can't remember the drummer before him, but sadly, like I said, Mike passed away a few years ago, and they got a new singer. I can't remember his name off the top. Mark something. I can't remember his name, and they made a Congregation of Annihilation a couple years ago. So they're kind of on a hiatus right now. I read a while back, like almost a year ago, that they were supposed to go in the studio again and work on more material, but it's been quiet, so who knows what's going on. Kurt Vanderhoof has other projects as well. Presto Ballet, I believe, is a side project he has as well. So we'll see if we get new music from them in the coming year or so. Well, anyway, that's all I wanted to show was the new Metal Church box set, Reforged, the Remastered collection. So yes, it is remastered, 1999 to 2013. So, and that's all I got. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.